Alrighty, y'all. We are live for Carolina at Washington. Oh, I just realized I forgot to change one thing. This is, in fact, game two. Swede, I cool with going with your numbers. Because I honestly, when it comes to Carolina, Washington, I think I was just talking to my dad about it. I do think that the officiating is going to determine how Washington plays. And Washington over Carolina, because I think Washington's going to be a little pissed off. They lost at home. They don't want to lose at home again. So I think they're going to come out very aggressive. And it's going to depend on whether or not um, the refs let them play. Because Washington's a team that pushes the line until they can't push the line anymore. Like, until they start getting called on stuff, they're going to be a little extra. They're going to be given a little extra. So, this is one game I really do think that the officiating will have an effect. And then with Vegas, Minnesota, I think Vegas winning 4-3, I like it. Be cool to see them win like 4-2, 5-2. Much rather see that, but I can accept 4-3. So I'm cool with going with yours. I do think, I honestly think Carolina's going to be like another couple goals, like 4-3, 5-3. It's the one thing I would say. Again, if Washington is able to go a little nuts, that might change, but I still see it being a pretty high scoring game. And what up, D? Oh yeah, D. Like, I was finally able to fish for a couple minutes, but I spun the thing and got a free day of premium, and then it crashed, and all day every time I would try to load Fishing Planet, it would crash the PC. So it's like I was finally able to get some fish together, and it's like 30K at White Moose off of just my standard fish thing, my fish net. But I could have filled that thing up 2 or 3 times throughout the day, but I don't even have it full once because it kept just crashing everything. And then I was talking, I don't know if you were in here last night, I was talking to Sliminator and Ray. Ray might not have been in here, Slim. And like Damian Races and a couple of them. And Slim talked me into downloading Warzone. So I may give that a try tonight. I loaded it up to try and get my buttons figured out and or my key layout. And it crashed the PC. Like, everything's crashing the computer. So anyway, back to hockey. Shots last game were 33-14 Carolina. The second period was a little slow for both teams, but Washington went 5-6-3. That's at home. So that's kind of the big thing. We're going to have to see how again, how they respond. Are they just going to be shoveling pucks to the net? Like, I expect Washington to be physical, but they just need to get pucks to the net over and over and over and over, because they got a goal on 14 shots. Like, maybe you get 2 on 28. You know what I mean? There's our boy, Will Carrier. Just make sure we're on the right feed real quick. So far, yes. No away feed. That makes that easy. Yeah. We'll refresh. Go to that. Oop, I did not mean to do this. All right. talking about last game. Carolina won the face-off battle 35-63, or 35 out of 63. Both teams went over on the power play. Carolina had 3, Washington had 2. So obviously it's going to be huge if one of these teams figure out how to score with the extra man. Hits were 44-31 Carolina. I'd expect that to change. Hopefully Carolina keeps hitting like crazy, but Washington's going to have more, or they should. 32 block shots for Washington, 9 block shots for Carolina. So Washington had 14 on net with 9 getting blocked by the Hurricanes. Carolina had 33 on net with 32 getting blocked. That is what it means to just send pucks to the net. Now, they got to do a little bit better job of getting it to the net than splitting it in half, but still, I mean, 33? Yeah, so multiple games crashing may need to, yeah, something got corrupted and causing issues. Yeah, if it was just fish playing, I was going to say just delete and reinstall. No, I did the verifying all the files for Call of Duty and all that, and it's reinstall Windows is probably the way to go. So, probably do it after the stream. Or if I gotta just update to 11 or whatever, I'll have to do that. Like you said, it helped fix your shit, so I'm sure it'll help fix mine. But yeah, it was just such a bummer, man. Finally get a day of premium, can't even use it. All right, so yeah, I just for some reason, and like I said, it's Swede. You're probably gonna end up a lot closer to what's actually got like actual reality. But I just think this is gonna be a goal scoring type of game for Carolina and Washington. And then I don't have a good feeling for Vegas. Dorofeev's still out. Petrangelo's coming back, so at least Korzak's not in, but we went 0 for 2 on the power play. Edmonton went 1 for 3, so we got to stay out of the box and we got to we got to score on the power play. Shots were equals. Bunch of giveaways for both sides. Edmonton had more giveaways. Vegas just didn't do anything with it. We had 1 shot in the second period. Like I said, I didn't get to watch most of the game, so it'll be nice actually getting to see what's happening. All right. Wait for it. Nice. Aw. Damn it. That's not what I want to do, actually. Damn. Man, I had it to do the thing we do every single game, which is unmute it for Knights, but OBS reset to default. So yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be silent. Okay. Cool. So got that. All right, LT. Man, he's like I said, Anderson and Logan Thompson are the both of them are the reason the last game wasn't 7-6. We are live. Ovechkin in the zone sends it forward but hits Chatfield. Chatfield's able to get it out. Anderson playing it around. Puck all the way up and out. Washington ends up with it. Tipped in, and Anderson's going to play it again. Down to the low wall, turnover. Dubois tries to center it. Hits a man in front of him, and the puck comes loose. Carolina again trying to get it out. Jarvis lost the battle. It ends up deep, and Chatfield finally settles it down. Good job by Tom Wilson there battling at the blue line to at least slow him down. Pass out front, and the connection isn't made. Good opportunity right in front of the crease, but he whiffs on the attempt. Very quick pass out front from behind the net. And with just over a minute gone in the first period, we already have ourselves a little bit of excitement. Can't you tell how excited I am? No, it's a lot. You know me, it's a lot easier to get going for the Knights. So looking forward to that game. From the center dot. Carolina won the face-off, got it in, and then Washington got it out. Burns all the way up to the blue line. Trying to make some moves is Kokoniemi. Puck comes up the low boards. Burns settles it at the red line, but Dowd ends up taking it back. We have a little neutral zone battle and a massive hit. Kokoniemi just dropped somebody. Didn't catch the number, but damn. Hurricanes into the zone. Logan Thompson stops the shot from the high circle. Oh, man, what a hit. I think that might have been Duhaime, but they got to show that hit again. He destroyed old boy. They ain't going to show it, are they? Shame, dude. That was a great shot right at the blue line. Face off to the right of Thompson. Puck comes all the way out. Canes dump it deep. Thompson tries to send it around the high boards. Hurricanes stop it. Turned over to Washington, and the Capitals are out. Into the zone, trying to get it deep. They do, but the puck comes right back out. Shot and shot from the point for Carolina. Hits a skate, comes right back to him. Shot again, misses the net. Couple follow-ups, keeps hitting the Capital skates. Now Eller's for Eller gets it deep. Mangiapane. Wait, how is that? How is that an icing? Brandon Moore is 8-1 when winning game one. Not bad. Face off to the right of LT again. Capitals get it up the high wall, still struggling to get it out, and finally they do. Wall get. I guess that's Roy. I keep wanting to say Wall, but I keep hearing it pronounced Roy, so I really don't know. Oh, puck comes out in front and a swing and a miss. I think that was Stahl. Another up close shot that Thompson gets under control. Is that Jarvis trying to put one in up close? Let's see what happened. Yeah, Thompson just left it kind of lazily for Sandin. And Jarvis comes in and disrupts everything. And he tries to kick it out to Stahl, and it just did not connect. Face off on the bottom dot of the Capital zone. McMichael, 24, yeah. Oh, McMichael can't control the puck. Comes out, big shot. And who was that? Blake for the Hurricanes. Oh, Burns can't control it. Dubois gets it out front. Puck to Anderson. He's able to stop it. Slow moving across the ice. Wilson wins the race to the puck. Dubois makes his way out front, and the puck goes to the high corner again. From the point, shot breaks the stick. It was that Tom Wilson's stick just shatters. Blake moves in. Puck to the high boards, and Washington gets it under control. At the red line, back into the Capital zone. Hall gets there first, gets it to the point. Trying to move it down low. It gets there. Hall in the high corner. Trying to work it to the point. Little bit of a battle. Capitals come away with it. Right back into Washington zone. Cook and the Emmy lost it. Big shot. Alexiev from the point. Stopped out front. I keep calling it big shots. I can just say shot. Hall trying to dance through the middle, and the puck's going to go back the other way. Hall kicks it back to his goalie. It comes up to Chatfield on the low boards, across the red line and in. Big hit down low. Couple cross checks happening. Nothing we're not used to seeing. Oh, yep, that was Roy got hit and Carrier doing the smashing. I miss our boy. Puck all the way around to the low corner. Back to the high boards. Thrown down low. Puck just bouncing around the Capital zone. Chatfield sends it over the net. Who's that? Orlov just causing problems, throwing fists. Puck comes out after Thompson makes the stop. And all the way out. Orlov trying to reset under pressure from behind his net. Dowd just kicking his ass. Mangiapane came in with Stahl. Mangiapane falls down. Hurricanes get it out. Another reset for Carolina. Carlson up to the high wall. Into neutral. Their passing's looking a little rough. Big hit on Chikrin down low by Martinook. Disrupts Washington temporarily. But now they're in the Carolina zone. Score, Timmy, 0-0. It's probably going to be a low one. I have a feeling we're going to be surprised by the number of goals, but the smart money is this, like, I think Swede called it 3-2. and for Carolina, and honestly, that sounds really good to me. Said I was like, for some reason I'm seeing it being like 4-2 or 4-3, something like that. But smart money is the 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, somewhere in that region, like 5 or less. Oh, dude, back is killing me. Did a lot of cleaning around the house, so the house feels like it's awesome to walk around. Like rooms clean, bathrooms clean, kitchens clean, backyards picked up, all the whole nine. And I don't know, I don't know what made me think about that, but bro, it feels good to have everything nice and clean. All right, so who am I forgetting over here? 72 is Beauvillier. Beauvillier, that's and Radish. I always forget about Radish. Oh, so far, what, 5 minutes in? About 7 minutes in. Shots are five. Sorry, shots are 2-2. We're about to have our sixth face-off, so we're doing pretty good in that sense. No penalties so far. Hits are 3-1 Washington, so Washington did not come out the way I thought they would. So that makes me think it's going to be a low one even more. Because again, I thought Washington was going to come out like ready to go, feeling aggressive. But it's kind of the opposite. They are staying pretty well disciplined and just attacking the puck, trying to attack the net. We'll see how that changes. Ah. All right, 7 minutes gone, just about 7 minutes gone in the first. Face off to the right of Anderson. Wilson comes away with the puck to the point. Quick shot down by Alexiev. Recovered down low. Taken away by Carolina. Jarvis battling with Alexiev. Puck goes in. Stahl tries to make a move. And we have a penalty on Dubois. I thought Dubois and Van Riemsdyk just made a good play, but I believe that's what the call is on the number 80. Big hit by Wilson on Martinook. Okay, no, it wasn't. Martinook took himself out so that he didn't so that he didn't get hit. Oh, we got to have a better angle of that. If that's the penalty, dude, get out of here. Okay, yeah, Carolina's winning this game, yo. Dude, it's the officials had pissed me off so bad. And the other, like the first round annoyed me with a bunch of the teams so much that I am like 100% in support of the Washington Capitals. I'm defending like Tom Wilson. Some of the shit he's been doing cracks me up. Like the crybaby face was hysterical, and then he took somebody's mouthpiece, and I thought that was funny as hell. Oh, that should be a hold on Tom Wilson. How is that not a penalty? That was a blatant hold. Aho, Dagashta here. Carolina controlling in the zone. Dude, this should be 5-on-3. Shot on net gets kicked away. Svechnikov to the point. Gashtabir Svechnikov down to the low circle, high circle. Aho, back to Goshaby here, and he shoots, and it goes up and out of play. 49 seconds on the power play. It should be a 5-on-3. Like, they'll show it right here. I mean, he goes, as he's on the boards, goes over the top of Svechnikov, wraps around his head, grabs him, and yanks him down to the ice as he's spinning. See, that's what I get for saying, like, I defended Tom Wilson. I can't believe I'm saying that. And then he goes and does some stupid shit like that and gets away with it. It's like, okay, see, that's proof that just because I said it once doesn't mean I'm endorsing him. Burns back with Hall. It's got a little more help behind him. Roslovic coming in. Kicks it over to Stankoven. Back to Burns. Across the blue line to Hall. Back to Burns in the middle. Low dot. Stankoven has to circle back. Kick it to Burns, who shoots. Goes wide of the net. Rebound goes wide. Oh, little battle. And the Caps get it clear. 5 seconds left on the Carolina power play. Burns leaves it. We're back to full strength. Roslovic in. Works his way to the high wall. Good stick. Sends the puck to the middle and out. Burns resetting. Stankoven circling back. Gets it deep. Stahl battling against Ovechkin. Wins it. Gets it to Chatfield in the middle. Shot hits a body and bounces its way to Thompson, who makes the save. Chikrin, high corner, kicks it back across down low. Puck's out, but brought back in by Strome. Strome being pressured, kicks it deep. At least he tries to. It's tipped, ends up on Chatfield's stick. He resets behind Anderson. And circle back to Orlov. He hits the red line and dumps it deep. Carlson on the low boards gets it first. Trying to go up the boards. It's taken by Carolina, who turns it over to Washington, and the Caps are headed back out. Carlson dumps it in. Ooh, it ended up sneaking past. Who was that? Radish. I always forget Radish. Anyway, out of the Capitals' own zone, turned over just across neutral, and now Hurricanes 4-on-3. Aho tries to go for the pass. He probably should have gone for the shot. Man. Oh, that should have been an interference. How are you not calling this a penalty? That wasn't a battle. Stankoven just got his ass kicked twice on bullshit hits. That's more of what I was expecting out of Washington, I'll tell you, though, because now they've gotten away with 2 pretty big, obvious penalties. Ooh, good sticks by Carolina to disrupt that attempt. That was very good defense against the Washington attack. Ooh, offsides. But man, right through neutral zone, it looked like a pick. I mean, it looked like the guy got hit. He didn't have the puck. And then when he went to get up, he got cross-checked. Oh, man. Where are we at? 8 minutes to go in the first. Ah, oh, dude. Our game's not going to start till 7:15. Good grief. Oh. Yeah, wait. Posture check. I got to remember to follow those every now and then. Oh, let's get that. Get a good crack. Ooh. Ah. Big stretch. Shots are 5. We've had 7 shots in 12 minutes. Washington again just not getting anything. I mean, Washington has 10 block shots, has given up 5 to goal. Carolina has 2 block shots, have given up 2 to goal. That's unbelievable. They need to add shot attempts to the app because I don't want to go digging for more. It's like if I get too much information, then I'll just start getting lost in the sauce and not knowing what I'm trying to look at. But adding shot attempts, that would help. What's up, Mercs? How you doing, buddy? All right, we are back. Puck tipped in. Never mind. It's tipped out of play from neutral zone. We were doing pretty good on stoppages. We made it like 10 minutes with 6 face-off. Now we are about to have... Okay, I guess... I guess we're about to have our 10th one, so it's not as bad as I thought. I really feel like this period slowed down a lot. But obviously, I am wrong. I'm good, buddy. Appreciate you asking. Jarvis tips it ahead, but Washington's going to get it back. Ooh, and Jarvis misses the puck, but delivers a hit. McMichael just got blasted. Chatfield down low. Trying to get it behind the net. He loses that battle against Dubois and Sandin. And now Mangiapane in there to help. Jarvis kicks it to Stahl. Stahl works his way out. If he'd have gone down, that'd have been a fine tripping, but I don't know who that was laid down. That was Tom Wilson, who just committed a blatant cross check and doesn't get called. Dude, Washington. It should have been a 5-on-3. Washington but Wilson got the miss. I don't know how they missed that penalty. Wilson right there just cross-checked the shit out of the dude. It looked like he followed it up when the guy was on the ice. I'm pretty sure he was the one that was causing problems at the blue line. Okay, so, yeah, Stahl kicked Tom Wilson's ass. That's just about all it is. They didn't show Wilson cross-checking at the front of the net, though, while you're giving them praise, fellas. Ooh, a good move, but swinging a miss on the shot. It was that Svechnikov. It's kind of been the theme. A couple of good moves, then a swing and a miss. Dowd with the stick to the top of the trousers takes down took down a Kane, and then he ices it anyway. So 6:31 to go in the first. Here we go. Shot attempts. Hurricanes 22 with 1 scoring chance. Capitals shot attempts 5. 0 scoring chances on 5 shot attempts. 2 of them have made their way to Anderson. That's almost unbelievable. So, 1 missed the net, 2 got blocked, and 2 made it to Anderson. That's the breakdown for Washington for all their shot attempts. That is nuts. All right, getting up top. Canes keep it in at the point. Down low boards. Hall swinging around to get it to the point. Shot just misses the net. Although, great attempt. Carrier trying to get down low. Kokaniemi taps it down. A big shot. Carolina is hitting. Washington's on their bullshit. Carolina is hitting. That's Stankoven just doing the dirty work. Ovechkin gets it in. Carolina back up the ice. Roslovic gets it down to the low boards. Roy just cross-checked the hell out of somebody. Mangiapane chasing it down. Burns gets there first, but a meetup at the boards. It comes out front. Anderson makes the save. And now we have everybody starting to kick each other's ass. 5:10 to go in the first. And the nastiness begins. It began a long time ago. Don't let me fool you. See right there, it came out from behind the net, hit a Carolina stick, and but it worked out. Anderson was there to make the save. Oh, man, I would love to pump up how good of a goalie battle this has been, but good grief, it has not been. Mainly just because pucks ain't going anywhere. Ooh, what happened here? Boom. All right. Hey, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, that's all I got. Cheers. I wish I could communicate with you, buddy, but unfortunately, I do not read Russian. But welcome in and cheers, buddy. I'm really hoping. Like I said, I don't feel good about tonight. I don't feel good about the Knights game. Damn. Yo, D, what the hell, bro? £100 over your limit and 64 grand. Damn. All right, puck sent down low. Dubois gets it. Up to the point, Capitals. Royce shoots it from the middle and hits the backboards. To the low corner. Orlov couldn't settle it. Puck comes out. Wilson throws it across to the point, and it pops out. I think that was Roy not able to keep it in. Burns slings it up ahead, but it comes right back. Dubois struggling a little bit. He gets pressured. He loses the puck. Keep that in mind for later. Oh, my nose is so stuffy. Good Lord. Puck all the way up, down, in, backhand across at the high circle. Chikrin shoots it. Oh, and the rebound is whiffed multiple times up front after the good Anderson save. Another shot. Misses the net. Hits the low boards and goes all the way out. Oh, good stick right there. Puck into neutral. Blake ends up losing it, but gets it back. That's like 3 times he lost it, but got it back. Carlson dumps it in. Bolivier. Bovelier. Chikrin, low point, sends it down low. Rebound off the boards. Tipped away by Burns. Chikrin gets it down low again. Sent back to the low boards. And Orlov able to get it out. Not out. Wow, I can't believe he messed that up. Oh, and now he backhands it into his own teammate. Damn, dude. Carolina struggling in their own zone a little bit. Left off to Ovechkin. He tries to shoot but forgot the puck. All the way out. Van Riemsdyk under heavy pressure by Tanner Hall. Hall wins it. Gets the puck up, and a shot goes on Thompson. That stopped another one. Stopped by Thompson. 5 feet out from the top of the crease. LT getting a workout early on. Hall forgets the puck after a great pass. And we have an offsides. On Washington, 2:16 to go in the first. Shots are 7-4 Carolina. Dow just whiffed on the shot. That puck just bounced. It bounced high, too. I guess I don't know if Strome made the dive out in front of that puck, but both sides just playing very well. This is a great... I had a feeling this was going to be a good series. Game 1 did not disappoint, and so far Game 2, except for Washington getting away with a lot of bullshit, has not disappointed yet either. Puck into neutral, poked ahead. LT sends it to the low boards. Roslovic not able to keep it in. Carrier trying to chase it down, but it's sent north by Roy. And Carrier is able to send it back the other way. Capitals into neutral. Mangiapane gets the puck stripped by Burns. He goes around his own net to Gastabier, and now Burns heads back out. Across the red line into the Cap zone. Caps take the boards out, and now we are having a neutral zone battle. Caps in. Fed trying to feed it to Tom Wilson. It doesn't get through the Carolina skates. Back the other way. Martin Hook chasing. Jarvis to help. Up front, Stahl goes right into the body of Tom Wilson, who laid out to block the shot. 60 seconds left. Jarvis tips it out. Stahl gets it deep. Nothing going for him. We're back out. Could we really use some Svechnikov shots on goal? They got how many need? 2? 2.5? We got a little get together after the whistle. 37 seconds left in the first. Talking about I was disappointed I couldn't keep it. Yeah, no kidding. These damn fish put up fights. Gets old fast. Yeah, I bet. But I mean, shoot. That get a big enough net to where you can make $64,000 off of one fish. It's like I'd rather have the fight than to spend 2 hours to make 30 grand, you know? Oh yeah, that's absolutely a hook. But where have the penalties been against I mean, I know there was one called against Washington, but dude, there have been some blatant missed calls. Who we got? Who we got? Hang on. Damn it, phone. Uh, you know, hands just get tied before I can get them in. Yeah, dude, just set. Hang on, a shorty stick taken away by Ovechkin. I've kind of like to see that. That's an offsides, except it doesn't go offsides. Chikrin gets taken down by Burns. He doesn't like it, but it was perfectly fine. As far as I saw, Strome fighting with Stahl, able to get it out. Ovechkin dumps it deep. 1 second to go, and Wilson sends it off the boards. That was a lot of contact all over the place in a very short amount of time. It seemed to be fair enough. Wilson's bitching, but yeah, do you just throw a set up the buttons to for the tension and all that shit, but just throw your phone on the space bar or throw something heavy on the space bar. That way you at least don't have to continue holding your finger down. And just let that thing do the reeling, and then you control the drag. And if you want to pull on it or do whatever, but you can do it without doing that the whole time, you know what I mean? All right, 0-0, and so far the attempts have been sad. I mean, Washington tripled their shot attempts in the last few minutes and actually caught up to Carolina, who has 7. But Washington returns with a minute 23 to go on the power play. As of right now, Caps are winning the face-off twice as many, 10 out of 15. Uh, Waiting on the first Washington power play. There should have been about 4 Carolina power plays, but I give it to them. That was a hooking by Chatfield, so we'll see how Washington does with their extra man. Again, Washington has 12 blocked shots. Carolina only has 3. But Carolina barely has to do anything. They just fucking, the puck ends up on the boards. Because they're not, Washington can't hit a shot. At least Josh getting caught up. He just hit level 40. Damn. Man, this game really is buy all this shit and you just fucking zoom through the levels. Which is fine. It ain't hurting me at all, but damn, dude. Oh, and Svechnikov with the combined 0 shots. Pathetic. Yeah. Svechnikov's been working on the boards, but Washington's been good about at least forcing him to the outside and forcing him behind the net. And then Aho has just been like kind of missing. I mean, he's been around. You've seen, you see the number 20. Okay, there he is. Where'd he go? I mean, he is. It's not very active. That I don't know if that's just the line that is struggling, but woof. Uh, ba, 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 ba. There. Okay, I didn't know. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize we have a full shot report. Okay, I like this. I didn't realize the app has a full on shot report. But dude, Carolina had one shot on the power play. What are you supposed to do with that? That's like us, the Golden Knights in the second period. We had one shot on goal. What are you supposed to do with that, guys? Like what 60 minutes of hockey. It's all we ask. We even give you a break every 20 minutes. Just play 60 minutes of hockey tonight, guys. Please. Please. I want to pray to the hockey gods, but do that silently. I just don't like the way we looked. Petrangelo's back, so Korzak's out. That's ugh. Depending on how Petro plays, that's better. Um, Dorofeev's still out. Um, I don't know, man. Got to stop thinking about it. Got to start focus. Okay, let's focus back on Carolina and Washington because I'm just gonna get sad thinking about the Golden Knights. Like I said, my confidence for them isn't very high, but their confidence for them isn't either. So it is what it is. Washington did not come out the way I thought they would. Plain and simple. They are struggling to get stuff to the net. They actually got a shot taken away, so it's 7-5. The hits are 9-8 Carolina. That number should be like 18-9 in favor of Washington. Unreal. But Washington's getting a bunch of blocked shots. The problem is they're blocking the shot and then giving it back to Carolina and getting another block shot. So there's two things. Washington keep getting in the way of pucks, and Carolina move a little. Like, stop wasting your shot attempts to hit a guy standing 4 feet in front of you. Half of these block shots shouldn't even be block shots. They should be incidental contact. Like I said, I never thought I'd be in favor of Washington. And then this game made me go, oh, yeah, that's why I'm not in favor of Washington. The dirty bastards getting away with everything. But Wilson should have gone to the box at least twice, if not three times. The incident in neutral. You had the blatant cross check right in front of the net. And then you had I think it was Svechnikov going up the boards, and Wilson just straight wraps around his head and takes him to the ice. And somehow they're like, oh, boys will be boys. It's like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it, especially that Wilson tackle. I just really don't get. But it is what it is. All right, we only got a couple of minutes till we go back to the second period. So I'm gonna take a minute, relax, and then we'll come back for the start. See you in a minute. Yeah, Jesus, you're looking real good right now. Alrighty, we are back just waiting for the game to return. And I just realized that I actually had the YouTube audio ready to go so that it wasn't silent, excuse me, while I was gone, and then I never hit play. Whoops. Like, dude, I want to do the no shave for the playoffs, but I hate when my face looks like this, and I don't have the patience. I've got to. This is gonna bug the living shit out of me. Ooh. Ooh. Get a little stretch, and we have puck drop. Oh. All right, 70 seconds on the Washington power play as Chikrin makes his way up to neutral. Down to the low boards, and Strome gets it in, but it looks like we are offsides. Block shots this series are 44-12 in favor of Washington. And they're down 2-1. Chikrin gets it deep. Strome has it up to the low boards, or up to the low corner. Wilson gets it back down the low boards. Carlson over to Ovechkin in his favorite spot. Works its way down. Burns gets it and then immediately turns it over to Strome. Shot misses the net by Carlson. Dead up the gut. Ooh, clearing attempt gets knocked down by Aho. Puck ends up all the way down, and now Caps. Ovechkin across the blue line. Good stick. Knocks the puck to Anderson. Anderson's able to clear. We have 15 seconds to go on the Washington power play. Great pass all the way up. McMichael has to cut up. Tries to get it deep. Orlov's there first, and the Canes get it out. 1 second as Sandin dumps it in. Orlov tries to get it up the low boards, and he does. Puck's out. Right back in. Dubois centers it. Fed back out to the high wall. Shot misses the net. That was Mangiapane doing a good job to get the puck through the center. Oh shit, my bad. Oh shit. My bad, Jesus. I saw I saw what you said, and then I was planning on responding to you when I got back, and then I forgot when I got back. But yeah, still no goals. You took the under 4.5 for $100. Hey, dude, that should work out pretty well. And Carolina to win. I think you made good decisions on both of those. The only reason I'm not sure is because Washington isn't getting called on their shit. Ooh, Carolina just couldn't get the rebound. Oh, we've got a bit of a breakaway. Carlson shoots and he scores. Sorry, that's McMichael. McMichael shoots and scores. Carolina gives up the first goal. I definitely meant to say Washington, but it works out. Washington gets the first goal, but you know what it is. Yeah, McMichael got through neutral. Let's see what happened right before. It's just a turnover by... Who is that, Walker? Walker backhanded it, ended up hitting Goshtibahir in the face. And so while McMichael reacts to the puck, Goshtibahir is covering his face and being like, ow, that hurt. And that was enough to slow him down to where McMichael could break free and nail it. Scoring for the Washington Capitals, Connor McMichael. Six points in 7 playoff games. Dude, Goshtibahir is reacting to getting hit in the face by the puck. If he hit him in any other body part, he would have been able to recover and get back. But he gets hit in the face, and he reacts to getting hit in the face. And that's all the break that McMichael needed. Unreal. Oh, man. Shot on. It pops into the air. Stopped out high. Kept in by Chatfield. Works down low right in front. And Svechnikov gets it on target, but does not beat Logan Thompson. Goes, all right. We take that. Not bad for halfway through the game. Yeah, exactly, brother. And that was a freak goal because, like I said, if Goshtibahir didn't get hit in the face, if he got hit in any other body part, he reacts by skating to the puck. Unfortunately, he got hit in the face, so he reacted like a guy who just took a puck to the face. And that gave McMichael the break. So Carolina ain't going to be shook by something like that. Oh, I got to sneeze and it's not happening. You going to be live for Oilers? Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir, they do. They're playing at T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas. Actually, one of my dad's best friends is going to the game with his nephew. So I got to keep an eye out for Section 215. Which I know exactly where it's at because his seats are right in front of the season pass seats that he had that we used to go to the game. He would have extra tickets to the game all the time, so we would go, and he's sitting right in front of those seats. So I got to keep an eye out for him. Do they ever use the Sphere for hockey? No, that's not nearly big enough. The capacity at the Sphere is really not a lot. But that's way too small. In my opinion, for UFC, it was too small. Oh yeah, the games in T-Mobile are incredible. Actually, I could probably look it up real quick. Eh, never mind. I apparently I didn't think that there was that much space, but the crowd capacity is about the same for T-Mobile and the Sphere. However, there's definitely not enough room for a hockey rink where that stage is at. Damn, that's not bad. Yeah. It's ooh. Chatfield just fell over, did a good job to get up, get the puck to Stahl, who gets it forward, trying to leave it back for Chatfield, trying to get it out front. And Stahl puts it off LT up and out of play. Thought we had a Canes tie for a second there. But yeah, it's funny because like I am a typical local in the sense that I hate the strip. I don't want to go down to the strip unless we're going down for the hockey games, in which case we barely even drive on the strip because we know how to get in the right way and where to park so we can park for free and you don't have to pay $30 and shit like that. Yeah, I miss going to games. Anyway, puck out in the neutral. Capitals go the other way. Wilson circling around, tries to center, and it's picked off. Aho back across the red line to Svechnikov. Tries to work it down low. He does, but the puck's coming back around. And Washington goes in, hits a skate, and now it's like, good Lord, man. Big shot by Aho, misses the net, tries to go for the rebound, but gets beat to the puck. And I think that's taking the girl to Vegas is going to stay at the Cosmo. Right on. I was in her because I love Vegas. She never been out of Canada. Shit, man. Right on, dude. Yeah, Vegas is sick, man. When you're visiting, Vegas is sick. Being that I live here and, you know, like a lot of my high school time was spent on the strip and, you know, you kind of, as a local, you kind of get over it. But it's cool to visit. For sure. Shot from the low circle, stopped by Logan Thompson. I'll say try not to do it in the summer because most people who don't spend a lot of time out of colder climates or reasonable climates are shocked when they come down here and it's 116 degrees. And unless you're in the casino, there's no shade. Like walking up and down the strip in the summer kind of sucks. Puck floating around the Capital zone. Nothing really getting to the net. And Washington has it, getting it out. Oh, man. A lot going on, but not a lot of excitement in this one. Radish made it into the zone, got a shot on net, and Anderson kicks it out of play. 11:48 to go in the second. Shots are 9-6. Like, bro, this is not the game I expected to be boring as shit. But here we are. Oh, gotta loosen up just a little bit. But I've done a lot of stuff at the Cosmo. It's all right. It's the thing is for me, like when you're on vacation in Vegas or you're with the people, you're with the girl or whatever, and you know, you're coming out expecting to spend some good money cuz it's Vegas. It's a lot different than being a local and knowing like I could walk down to the bar right here between 4 and 6 and get a pint of Stone IPA for like 6.50. Or I can go down to the strip and get a tall boy of Coors Light for $13. You know what I mean? So going to the strip always involved pre-gaming, always involved like basically we just Carry a backpack around. That backpack's usually got a bottle of whiskey in it. You know, we'll buy like, the $6 Cokes. And that way we got a chaser and then cruise around the strip doing it that way. I have wanted, like, again, staying local is definitely a lot. Like a staycation as a local is different than coming in and visiting. But I'd actually be down, maybe not this summer, maybe this summer, but be down to just get a cheap room at a decent hotel, take a bunch of liquor, take a couple $100, and just stay the night. Plan on gambling a little bit, going up and down the strip, getting drunk, just crash out and come home. It's been a long time since I've done that. Used to do it more often. And more often means like once a year, if that. Shot on net goes wide by the Capitals. Carlson pinching in. Wins the battle against Martin Hook. Puck comes out to the center. It goes all the way to the point. Chikrin can't keep it in. Tipped back in, and Anderson gets it all the way out. Caps have to spin around, buy some time for everybody to clear, and they get it right back in. There's the question of if you fall asleep, you can wake up at any time at that age. Do you want to wake up? Right about the time I got my... Well, nah. I guess I wouldn't mind senior year of high school. Because, let me make sure all the doors are closed. What do you mean you're so confused by that? If you fall asleep and can wake up at any time at that age when you would want to wake... Okay, now I see what you mean. Wake up the week before Black Ops 2. See, but Jesus, you just got context clues. Like, if you could if you fell asleep and woke up at any time at any age, when would you wake up? I'd probably do senior year of high school. Couple decisions that I made, I make them differently, but for the most part, I was working as a senior in high school, making really, really good money. Washington, holy cow. Roslovic just missed a wide open net. When you first started playing Counter-Strike back in 2016, right on. When I was in high school, I was only in school from 7 to 10. I had 2 classes a day. And then I would go to work from 11 to 6. And then on Saturday, I would work 7 to 6. And I was off on Sundays. So every day I got through school, I went and enjoyed work, and then I partied my ass off on Saturdays. And most of that partying, because most of the people I worked with were in their 20s and 30s, I went and partied with them. So we went to bars and concerts and all kinds of shit. And if I was hanging out with my high school friends, we were, dropping acid and going and cruising on the strip and having a good time. What, Bitcoin, when your brother told you, yeah, high school, man, was always goofy in those days? Maybe first day of high school as a freshman? Yeah, I wouldn't go that far back. Like, I definitely hated high school. Senior year was the only one that I liked. I think we got a penalty coming for Washington. I don't know if it's a trip or a hook. Maybe not. Maybe they didn't call anything. What just happened? Yeah, I no middle school for me, no high school except for senior year. Like I said, I had my license, had the ability to, if I was hanging out with the boys, I could get beers and get liquor. I could get all that. Couldn't gamble, so wasn't losing money. Could go hang out at the strip just about anywhere I wanted because knew a bunch of people down there. I'd go with that. And I miss my Bronco. High school, man, I hate that shit, but I like being older for sure. Yeah, because like senior year, I mean, it was a little bit earlier when all of the I think senior year was when Modern Warfare came out. So Call of Duty 4 came out. Um, yeah, because it was Call of Duty and then it was World at War. So COD 4 had just come out. Halo was out, and I was bigger into Halo back then. But me and the boys would get together and play Halo. We would play beer, like I said, get together and drink, just going and kicking it at the park. Um, I miss getting out of school at 9:55, hopping in the Bronco and driving up to the mountain to go snowboarding for the rest of the day. Um, just doing that in college too. Uh, it was right before all the bad shit happened, so things were actually kind of good for the most part. And then 2008 happened, and gas went up to $5 or 4.30 or whatever it was. All of a sudden, the Bronco was $130 to fill, and it got 8 miles to the gallon. And that was if that's if I was lucky. 9:13 to go in the second. Washington leading 1-0. And we will reset because the refs are saying false start. We'll just leave it at that. Ooh, that was a good crack. That gave me some room. Burns. Down low. Shot. Hang on. Caps get it into the Kane zone. Shot. Van Riemsdyk. Stopped by Anderson. Pops straight up. He has to block it away after. Caps still have it in the zone. Dubois backhands as he hits the ice. And then somebody tripped over his own teammate and decided to look up at the ref like he missed a call. Ovechkin makes a couple of moves to get in. Blake looked like he got a little trip. Looked like a bit of a hooking there. We finally have a penalty, another penalty against Washington. There should have been about 7 already. Is this one going on Dubois? Or is it going to be on Ovi? Orlov and Dubois going at it. Dubois saying flop. I didn't see a flop. Correct. Nothing yet. Yeah, right? I'm with you on that. I mean, Blake definitely didn't dive. I don't. Here's the thing: is I don't think originally Dubois was planning on tripping Blake, but he did keep his leg out while trying to make a move to Blake. I just don't think he was expecting dude to come backing into him. Carolina got to be here. Shoots. Misses the net. Caps need to stand up tall here. They are doing well to start. Gots to be here. Gots to be here. Leaves it back for Jarvis. He leaves it for Aho. Aho goes down the wall to Svechnikov. Svechnikov loses it to Carlson. And Jarvis gets it back. Getting some space. Across the point. Gots to be here to the high dot shot. Blocked off to the low wall. Wilson gets it out. And Anderson to settle it. Gosh to be here just gave Anderson a heart attack. On my way to grab little bro for the gym. Be back. Hey, for sure, Jesus. We'll see you in a little bit, brother. Overstay when I return. Hopefully, man. Big shot, Jarvis. Fought off by LT. Puck goes around the high boards. Across the point. Jarvis kicks it back to Aho. Down to the low wall. And the Caps get it clear. 35 seconds to go on the Carolina power play. 6:45 to go in the second period. Through neutral. Roslovic kicks it back to Hall. Gets it down to Roslovic on the low wall. He hits a skate. Puck pops up, and Stankoven, trying to keep it in, takes a little shot from Tom Wilson to knock him off the puck. 5 seconds to go as Burns resets with his squad. Roslovic in. Leaves it back to Hall. He passes it across, and a shot misses the net. I thought Hall was going to take that shot, but he made the extra pass, and then the dude on the dot, I didn't see the number, but he did not want to take that shot because he took way too long. Slavin against Dubois. Dubois wins. Puck comes out front, but McMichael sends it wide. Canes, low boards in their own zone. Cannot get it past Strome. Burns behind his own net, and the Canes finally make it out. Stall down deep. He wins the battle. To the point. Shot. Stopped by LT, and he's going to cover it up. 5:20 to go in the second. Shots are 11 apiece. Oh, boy. We knew it was going to be a good game. And so far, so good. Yeah, one sec here. Let me do something here. Alrighty. Where's this? All right, what time is it? 5:30. Yeah, we ain't gonna be starting up Vegas till 7 o'clock, but we knew that. I just cannot help but not spill water on myself with this cup, dude. Seriously. Not on purpose. I gotta fix the seal on that damn thing. All right, here we go. Face off to the left of Thompson. Oh, boy. Canes win it. Orlov looking. Across the point. Burns sends it down deep. Jarvis, I believe, has it down low. Oh, no, that was Carrier battling like a son of a gun against Van Riemsdyk. And the puck ends up at the blue line. Orlov keeps it in, passes it down. Shot from the high dot. Misses the net. Orlov lets it sneak past him. Mangiapane goes for a hit and gets taken down hard by Orlov. Like, we got a big group up, but dude went for the Mangiapane went for the hit. And Orlov didn't like that, so he just wrapped dude around the head and ripped his ass down. I mean, you can't do that. I mean, if Orlov would have been a step quicker and just taken the hit from Mangiapane, then it's possible you get some kind of interference. Probably not. Most likely not. Very slim. But there's that possibility. When you decide to jump around the dude's neck, that's not a good look. 4:52 to go in the second. Washington again on the power play. So far, I don't believe we have. Oh, what do I mean? I don't believe we have not seen a power play goal as of yet in this series. Carolina 18 for 18 on the penalty kill. And again, so far, neither team has got on the board with the man advantage. Carlson sends it down the low board. Strome to Wilson to Carlson on the blue line. Strome low boards, top of the low circles. Carlson from the point hits bodies out high. Puck ends up down low. Not able to clear. Oh, Carlson should have shot that puck, but he goes back to Ovechkin. Carlson turned around to a wide empty net. Puck at the top of the low circle, and instead of throwing it towards the net, he passes it. Right here. He had a wide open, and he passes it to Ovechkin, that's what gave Anderson enough time to stand back up. Oh, right in front, Anderson makes a great save, swatted away to the low boards and taken out. Dude, Anderson, he gave up one, but man, he has looked fantastic. And Washington should be up by 4. They've had the open nets to shoot at. Damn, dude. Aho paying attention. He might have been able to get away with that as Carlson fell down. But with 40 seconds left, Strome's going to bring it into neutral. To Chikrin. Chikrin gets it down low. Chatfield loses the race. Stahl can't control it. Caps for the moment, still keeping it in. And puck goes up and out of play. 21 seconds on the Washington power play. 3:13 to go in the second. Wilson tried to go 5-hole on Anderson, and nothing said, hey, look, you could beat me low. Like, Anderson was in perfect position. Face off one. Roy kicks it down low. Shot by McMichael, and it goes up out of play. You went to a conference final game for your local team? Hell yeah, Marcor, right on. I bet that was so much fun, man. Did they end up winning? Cause yeah, dude, the big games for the smaller in a smaller crowd is so much fun. You got goalied, but it was awesome. Dang. That's rough, but that is fun. And we are back to full strength as Carolina ices it. No, 1-0 final score. Dang. Yeah, that sounds like a bunch of fun to watch, man, for sure. All right, we are under 3 minutes to go in the period. Let's hurry up and get through this 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Get through intermission, then have a very fast third period. Goalie on the other team is ridiculous. See, it's a bummer when it's not for your team, but you know me, man. Watching a good goalie is it's so fun. He has a 9.42 and a 1.77 in the playoffs again. That's insane. "16 games played, 11 wins. That's wild." Hockey news: Brock Lesnar's son got drafted by Madison Ant today. Hey, right on. I'm sure he's going to be a beast. It's kind of, going for a hit. I don't know if that was Tanner Hall, but going for a hit. He missed. Just took himself out on the boards hard. Stankoven trying to make moves, gets held up. Ovechkin misses the net. Follow up from the high board, stopped by Anderson. So 1-0, let's go Kings. I think I know what you're trying to say there, Vajesus, but you know why I'm pointing out what you actually said, right? Like, fair. That's fair enough, right? This the Montreal Canadiens prospect, 4th-round pick in 23. Nice. Oh, battle up front. That could be interference by Dowd if that happened to go in, but Anderson keeps it a 1-goal game. No, that's awesome. Canadians would probably do good with it. I mean, Dobis did a really good job when Montembeault went out, so I'm not so sure if I mean, like I said, they have a decent crew, but yeah, Down knocked over Anderson. Little bit of reaction up front, or interaction from the Canes defenseman. Only got 2 shutouts, so it's not even a few good games that have inflated his numbers. Nice. Yeah, no, that's great, dude. Well, dude. Yeah, no, these goalies have been fantastic. Or I mean, if you meant to say Kings and you weren't referencing what, like the Canes, then that's on me, Vegeta's. But it looked like you were saying let's go Kings, as in the Kings. And that's why I was like, huh. Big hit by Tom Wilson on Svechnikov as he was picking up his stick. Orlov has the pass broken up by McMichael. Gets it all the way across. Chatfield fakes the shot. Good little move across, and Orlov can't finish with Wilson putting on good back pressure. Puck right in front, right up the middle. Canes keep it in. 5 seconds. Orlov shoots, and Tom Wilson blocks it out front. And we go into second overtime. 1-0 still for Washington. Okay, but just making sure. We have a guy who's 4th in scoring in the league for the regular season. Managed to score 6 goals in 4 games against him. Damn. Series is 3-1 them right now. Hey, hopefully they can pull it off, man. It's definitely a lot more fun going to games where the guys win. But that sounds like a bit of a rough series, I'm not gonna lie. But shoot, right now, the hitting has definitely increased. I don't know if the numbers are actually going to show it or not, because I swear to God, I see 45 hits and I look and they're like 3 apiece. But the hitting's increased, physicality's increased, the shittiness, the bitchiness, the stuffiness, the getting each other's face after every whistle, whatever you want to call it. All that has been going on, has been getting worse. In the first period, it wasn't too bad. Not a whole lot to control. But the officials let a whole bunch of penalties go that are just like, fucking, come on. Stuff that has no business being let go. Tom Wilson making that tackle on the low board still annoys me. However, it doesn't really matter. I mean, penalties are just a delay of potential scoring because neither team has a goal. Or, sorry, has a power play goal. I believe Carolina right now is 0 for 5 and Washington is 0 for 4 in these first 2 games. See, okay, look, hits are 14-12 Washington. I disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. Because that means there was like 1 hit that entire time. That entire period, there was 1 hit on each side. So it's like, I don't agree with however they're keeping the hit tracks, because they're the hits tracked. Because 15-12 after the 2 periods I just watched, there's no way. Anyway, Washington has made a major comeback on shots, now leading 16-11. Face-off percentage is much closer. Carolina's only down 3. Block shots are 22-7 in favor of the Capitals. So, again, Carolina just having struggles getting the puck to the net. And that's what happened last game. Carolina ends up scoring late in the third. They end up scoring in overtime. But otherwise, they had a bunch of shots that didn't mean anything. Again, and shout out to Washington, especially like Tom Wilson has been laying out in front of pucks. He's had a few blocks, actually. Carlson's doing okay. A lot of the defensemen have been doing pretty well getting in front of Logan Thompson to help get pucks away, to help stop pucks from getting there. There's been a lot of loose and free pucks, but they've done their job to not let Carolina get to them. So there's only been a handful of close up front chances, and most of those haven't hit Logan Thompson. So shout out to Washington for the defense in their own zone, especially at the top of their own crease. They are doing a really good job helping out their goaltender. Now on the other side, Carolina has let way too many opportunities go unchecked. Washington should be up like 4-0, and it's not because Anderson's doing bad. It's because the plays have worked out to where everybody's collapsing in the crease. Puck ends up outside, like up to the dots, and Anderson scrambling because he just got knocked down or fell down or reached for a puck that got taken away. And now you have wide open nets. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever side of the coin you're on, really, Washington is just not able to capitalize on those mistakes. You had the full-on chaos drill in front of the net. Puck comes up to the point, back to the net, back to the top of the low circle, and Carlson staring at a wide open net. The only person that he was trying to get past, or had to get past, I think, was Stahl, but he decides to pass it to Ovechkin. The pass gets through somehow, and then the shot doesn't. Bad decision making there. Washington had a great opportunity on the tip-in from right in front of the net. That didn't connect, unfortunately. Again, depending on your side of the coin. But, yeah, it's Carolina not doing a good enough job developing quality opportunities. LT has only had to been on point like once. Anderson has needed to react a couple of times. Still low shot count. I mean, 16, 11. But better opportunities for Washington. Anderson's doing a good job, but his team is letting him down. It's a miracle that it's 1-0. Is he playing in the AHL? Because if he is, he can't play in college. He left that one to come play here because it set him up better to come for college. I mean, he did say the BCHL races. So I'm going to guess it's different rules for BCHL versus AHL. There it is. So what are we looking at? Still waiting nervously for Vegas right now because, oh, Lord knows. Dude, I am so nervous for the start of that. Not really nervous in the way, like, again, when I say nervous, I don't mean I'm sitting here going, oh man, I'm really not looking forward to this. I mean nervous in the I don't have a great feeling about it. You know, I'm not. It's just a hockey game, so trying to you don't get too overly emotionally invested, but it is one of those moments of shit, what's gonna happen now? But let's see how much time we got. We got about 10.5 minutes. This is a good time for me to take a moment, relax. I do have music for you this time, but I will see you guys in a bit. Like I said, about 10 minutes. I forgot to hit the intermission screen. See you guys in a couple. Alrighty, we are back. Getting ready for puck drop of the third period in Game 2 between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals. Yay! I still don't believe there's been less than 30 hits in this game. I refuse to believe it. But I don't know how they're registering shit anymore, so I really don't know. Well, after the first period, protest goal off rush in second period. Carolina 1-2-1. 0-0 after first period. McMichael goal off rush in second period. Washington out shooting Carolina. So everything is playing out the way that it did the other day. Is basically what that stat was.
Much better game for the Capitals. I think they've spent almost no time comparatively in their own zone like they did in game one. They've had more energy to get up the ice. Their shifts have been able to compound and you create more chances. It's been an excellent 40 minutes for Washington.
All right.
Carolina, they've got to get something, I think, from Sebastian Aho and his line. They just haven't been as much of a factor as they need them to be. Aho's got to be involved here. All-time leading scorer in the playoffs for this franchise.
Puck all the way through neutral from the Carolina zone. Chatfield comes in, takes a shot, hits Chikrin. More block shots from Washington. It's like Carolina is aiming for him. I mean, they're doing a good job blocking the shots, but damn, guys. Ooh, a risky pass, but it gets the Protus into neutral and deep to Anderson, who plays it around to Chatfield. Gets it out. Now we have Stahl storming in. He throws it around the backside of the net. Puck does not connect out front as it's out of the reach of Martinook. Strome headed back the other way, gets it to Roy. He dumps it in on Anderson, and Anderson is going to hold it.
Shoving between Roy and Orlov. Here's Emily Kaplan.
Kirk Muller just told me that the Caps are playing with a lot more emotion tonight, and a big catalyst to that is Tom Wilson. As a leader on this team, Wilson basically guaranteed more focus. And
I don't know if they're playing with a lot more emotion tonight. They seem to be... They actually seem to be doing pretty good about staying disciplined. For the most part, you've had a couple moments. Kane's into the Capital zone. Offsides. Delayed. And the Capitals come out. Dubois tips it through neutral. Burns has it going back towards the Capital zone. Roy's going to send it out. Oh, he kind of whiffs on the clearing attempt. And I don't recognize him. Burns, a little bit of trouble at the blue line. He doesn't get the help he needs. He got a hook. Yeah, that's Duhaime. Duhaime absolutely grabbed the stick of Burns. Burns gets the penalty, and Duhaime walks over and picks up the stick to give it to him. Unreal. Okay, he definitely hooked him. Duhaime pinched down on the stick, but it was well after the hook, so we're good there. I don't recognize one of the Hurricanes. I can't piece together who that is. Sandine. That's why it was 38. I thought it said 39. Much more sense. Chikrin kind of pushes Orlov down. Not really. Orlov more fell, but Caps have it. Strome tries to get it across the ice. Good block by the Hurricanes. Ovechkin gets it to Strome down low. Trying to go across to Carlson, and he buries it. Past Anderson. Washington up 2-0. That was the penalty kill of Carolina breaking down. But Washington gets the first power play goal in this series in the third period of Game 2. Yeah, Chatfield couldn't do it. See, everybody's gathered up. They got their triangle. They abandoned the front of the net, and there's the problem. There it is, because now you have Chikrin right up front. So even out of the peripheral vision, see, you see as Anderson spinning. He's not expecting the guy to be there. He was expecting the play to happen right in front of him. So that is the penalty kill just completely collapsing around Anderson.
Postseason game, his first of these playoffs. He scored 5 in the regular season in 79 games. It's the first power play
Scoring
given up by Carolina.
for the Washington Capitals,
They'd gone 6
John Carlson with a power play goal,
streak in franchise
assisted by Wilson and Strome.
That's easy for Logan Thompson.
We'll get a look. Carlson starts up on this left circle. There's the play and the effort by Chikrin as Orlov.
I think Orlov went down thinking he could draw a penalty, and if he just went into the wall to play the puck, he'd have been fine.
Alive, and with Ovechkin over on the right point, the Canes pressure down to the left corner.
Dude, Chikrin just stands over Anderson, screaming, looking down at him, screaming.
Spencer Carberry had Chikrin, the defenseman, as the man down low at the top of the crease. Carlson, the franchise leader.
All right, Canes out of their own zone to the red line, into the Caps territory, and cleared, and back in. Ooh, a little bounce off the stick, setting up the Canes shot, and it's stopped by Logan Thompson, shot by Svechnikov. Shot from the point goes around the backside of the net. And the Capitals clear. We have an icing. 3 1/4 gone in the third period. I did just hear somebody saying that somebody took a shot up high or a stick up high or something. I did not see it.
For 25 years at 144 points. Rafalski with the
U.S.-born defenseman John Carlson with his goal tonight becomes gets his 78th point
John Carlson at 78
and becomes 4th place.
American-born defenseman.
Not bad.
Carlson's been bedrock
It's only 2 goals, buddy.
well over 1,000 games.
No need to get worried until it's honestly a tie game at 4. That's when you can get nervous. Chikrin couldn't handle the puck. Roslovic chasing it down low. Carlson doing a good job to stand him up. Carrier chasing the puck into the corner. He gets a hand on it. And Dubois gets it down. No icing.
Something going offensively. Just 2 goals in this series for them.
Canes get it deep. LT gloves it. Van Riemsdyk's going to take the high boards out.
And now Chatfield.
And now Chatfield's going to try to work the other way, but he's going to ice it.
At 1 win apiece. Icing's the call against the Hurricanes.
Let's go. I don't want to be sitting around waiting for the night's game.
You missed his turn at the pinata because you were busy not missing hockey. Watch
In fact, we'll see how this period goes. And if it ends up 3-0, I'll probably call this one good until the Knights start up, so that way I can take a minute.
Belief and confidence again for the Capitals, as that first game was really hard to believe. They were outplayed so badly, and they get the first goal today.
It's like literally during intermissions, I usually hit the head, grab some water, stretch, and it's good to go. Do want to take grab a bite to eat or something, just stuff my face real quickly.
They were the best in the regular season at home in Raleigh. They had 31.
Van Riemsdyk tried to play it out of the air and ends up getting past him.
Good road team.
Canes have to reset, and Caps get it on net to Anderson. Anderson goes right back out. Canes coming in 2-on-2. Svechnikov and I believe Kokoniemi.
Stankoven fanned on it as he got hit by Sandin. Wedged out by Strome, who had an 8-game point streak ended.
Dude, this is just...
That went back to the end.
Capitals are cool with dumping and changing, and the Canes cannot do anything inside the Capital zone.
Back
From the Birds. Ran. Oh, shit. Puck bounced off everybody. Hit Strome and almost beat LT to the post. Yes, you're right. I don't need to get panicky yet. Exactly, man. Life's too short to panic over something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, I appreciate it, buddy. That's the one thing, man. The likes do help. The subs do help, but I hate asking for it, you know? I know a lot of different streamers that have no problems with it, but I'm not the biggest fan of asking for it. Puck goes wide off of more tips out front. Carolina finally getting some setup time in the O-zone. Great pass, taking the hit. Shot and fought off by Logan Thompson. Martin sends it down low to Stahl. Stahl battling against Van Riemsdyk on the low boards. To the point. Gosh to be here. Throws it to the opposite corner. Caps can't get it out. Gosh to Spear. Broken stick as guy goes down and the puck goes wide on the backhand that Martinook tried to send. Not sure if that was a trip or not, but it was close. Carolina is doing everything I said they haven't been able to do, and I love it. Gosh to be here misses the net. Lot of pucks flying towards LT. Not a lot hitting them. But coming up on a minute and a half in the zone. Puck still in. Spear sends it around the boards. Radish is there first. Can he beat Blake? No, he can't. Aho comes in, provides some help. Walker up to the other side. Spear needs a change. That was almost very bad. A lot of guys for Carolina trying to go for a change, but they just can't get the time. Shot! LT fights that one off from the high dot. Dude, Carolina is in go mode. And they finally, on their own, they out themselves. That's too many men. Guys got on the ice well before the other guys were on their way by the bench. That was a questionable too many men for me. Maybe not, but pass out front. Capitals now. They get their turn in the Carolina zone. From the point, Chikrin shoots. Anderson makes the stop on the... lot of contact on Anderson. The wraparound try fails. Chikrin coming down the low boards. Makes the shot. It ends up going off of the outside of the cage and out. And Carolina is able to clear right on, I guess, not on LT. I'm going to guess we have an icing because a commercial just started right in the middle of that play. And now we're back, so there was no... What? Dude, ESPN, NHL, hire better producers. Your guys suck. That's a penalty. There is no way you're not calling that a delay of game. He swatted it out with his hand. And now you got the groups getting together again, but that absolutely should be a Washington penalty. Wilson's on his way to get kicked out, and he doesn't give a shit. He's pissed. The line judge, okay, so it absolutely was called, and then Wilson just went at Tanner Hall for a reason. I'm not sure what that reason was, but it was a reason. Good opportunity. I mean, granted, Carolina couldn't score on a power play if you paid them, and you do. Maybe not you. Anyway. And this would be huge, but, dude, power plays have not been important in this series so far. Yeah, making the game 2-0 is a big one for the first one, but that's what, 1 of 6? Oh, man.
coach say 90?
Push him out there.
Like this series as of right now, let's see. There have been 11 power plays and 1 power play goal. So I don't expect much here from Carolina. Then again, it's late, and that's when they scored last time. LT is looking fantastic. My man's a wall right now.
Make you feel something. Is a car that stops short of amazing.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the root without killing your lawn. This stuff works on dandelions, crabgrass, clover. This stuff works for up to 3 months. This stuff works guaranteed or your money back. This stuff works on big lawns, small lawns.
These commercials kill me.
This stuff works without killing your lawn. This stuff works without killing your weekend. This stuff works for the rookies and the seasoned pros. This stuff works in Knoxville, Bronxville, Rockville, Marysville. This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works.
7th year in a row in the playoffs.
Power play in the playoffs. Last 6 seasons for Carolina, 14.9%. This season, 22.2%. 0 for 5 this series. 2 minutes starting for Carolina with just under 11 and a half to go. Bro, drop the puck. God, these officials. Drop. Everybody in, drop the puck. Carlson can't clear it. Gosh, the spear. Gets it to Aho. Aho to Jarvis. Back to Aho. Back to Jarvis. He's up high. Gosh, the spear. Low circle. Jarvis in the middle up high. Aho up high. Low dot. Not the best decision, but Aho makes a pass. Jarvis shoots. It hits LT and goes wide off the rebound. Blake to Jarvis. To the low dot. Gosh, this spear hits LT right in the chest. Svechnikov to Gosh, this spear. Gosh, this spear up to the low point. Aho. To the high dot. Shot by Jarvis. Follow up by Gosh, this spear. And it is 2-1. And all I got to do is give a little, oh, these guys ain't going to do nothing. And all of a sudden they do. What a result on that power play. Oh, there we go. That should be close enough. That was just a great follow-up on a rebound. All right, VeJesus, you can start getting a little nervous now, buddy. Dude, it was a whiff on the shot that ends up going to Gosh, this spear. LT made, dude, he reached for the puck. If he'd have kept his arm tucked, he makes the save. He reached out and went a little too far. Hell of an effort, though. And now Carolina controlling in the Washington zone again. Third period has been basically all Hurricanes. Carrier hits his knees, pops right back up, gets a backhand on net, it goes wide. Oop, Carrier can't stop the puck. Strome ends up with it. He gets it on net to Anderson. And Strome gives a little snow shower. All right, under 10 minutes to go in the third period, 2-1. And again, being the
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new
again, the power play. I'm sitting here saying, dude, power play hasn't meant shit. What happens? They both get a power play goal.
Supreme box packed with decadent favorites, and the $9 Discovery box brings even more indulgences like the Cantina chicken.
Every time I try, man, I swear.
It's the lux you want.
And it's like I'm not even saying that they weren't gonna do well on the power play. I'm just trying to call out what I see, and damn it, they go and do something like that.
Sofa Mattresses supports all types
Luxury is handcrafted and assembled
All right,
in
where are we
American
at?
factories and brought directly to you.
6:22. The game is on the way.
Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Sattva to friends and family. Sattva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
Oh no. So that might be bad. We'll have to wait and see. I had no idea. Man, the audio for the game was on. Because I was playing music for while I wasn't here, and I forgot to mute the TV audio. Fuck me, dude. Alright, well. There's a chance that this ends up getting locked away somewhere. Whoops. Back to the game. I'm back. Sorry, Tim. No worry, but Jesus, man, I screwed up. How much time left in the game? 9:44. Dude, I screwed up. I played music while I was gone for intermission, came back and forgot to mute. So the audio for the game was hopefully me talking over it, muted out enough of it to where the copyright system doesn't know what the hell to do. Whoops. To walk from around his own net, kicks it forward. It's going deep, and it's an icing. Face off to the right of LT. Capitals come away with it. Get it out to neutral, and we're going to have another icing on Washington. Dude, I don't want to wait for this Vegas game. Come on. Come on. Ugh. The score remains the same. Hey, dude, I do, for your sake, I do too, brother. Hold it off just like this. Let Washington get the empty netter to win it with like 30 seconds to go. That way, Washington wins 3-1. We'll call it good. Wow, I got nose itches like a son of a bitch. Dude, Haim getting a good shot on Anderson. Look at this yawning shit, man. Kane's back the other way. Orlov trying to stretch it. Gets picked off by Strome. Kicks it to Protas, and it's back the other way. Anderson around. Chatfield sends it up the low board. Jarvis gets it to neutral. Strome catches it, gets it to Roy, kicks it ahead, and now Orlov's going to pull it out of his own ass. I mean, out from behind his own net. Passed up. Reset right back. Capitals keep it in. Puck down low, and what do we got? An offside? What happened? Face off in neutral. Let's go. Goalie sock in for me. Big time. Canes win it. Head back the other way. Stankoven dumps it. They didn't give him the line? Did he chuck it out? It looks like he chucked it out of play. For a moment, I thought they were saying icing, but I was like, there's no way in hell. It was out of play. Puck all the way back. Through neutral, Chikrin. Battling Stankoven. Stankoven ends up getting it into the zone. Van Riemsdyk is going to get it back the other way. I forgot his name. Capitals get into the zone. Immediately lose it. Walker what was that? Chikrin just got dumped by Stankoven. Stands up trying to slash him. Dude, officials suck. That was away from the play. Looked pretty blatant, like a tripping to me. And nothing. He lets that one go wide. Chikrin behind his own net. Carlson sends it up the low boards. Burns keeps it in, but it goes right back to a red jersey. Damn, red coats. Aho behind his own net swings it hard up the low boards. Turned over in neutral. Dumped deep again by the Capitals. 6:45 to go in the game. Canes make it out of their own zone, but they're not going to make it deep. Oh, turnover. Blake actually does take it deep. Trying to go off a real hard angle to center. Why was that not a penalty on Roy right there? As Svechnikov gets dragged down. Potentially game-changing penalties. Turnovers are happening because, and missed opportunities are happening because of these blatant penalties. And no calls. Guess I'm afraid of that empty netter. It doesn't change anything. As long as Carolina doesn't score and Washington gets the empty netter, that's perfect. You keep your 4.5. It's I guess you don't want it too early because Carolina will try again. But, being afraid of the early empty netter, I could understand. Blake gets it up the ice. Carrier just all over Ovechkin. See, that's why you gotta, when you're betting, you gotta shut off the emotional side of the brain because you start missing some things. Van Riemsdyk ends up getting back, but he turns the puck over. Puck comes on Thompson. He's able to fight it away. And past the Hurricanes on the point. Protas mishandles the puck, and Chatfield's able to fight him off. That was definitely a follow-through, so no penalty for the high stick that just hit Dowd. Dowd down in the high corner of the Carolina zone to the high point. Carlson throws it down low off the back wall. And Carolina gets it out. Going into the zone, 2-on-1, and he goes over the net and out of play. 5:02 to go in game 2 in Washington. Capitals leading 2-0. 6 points in last 4 games. That's pretty good. You know who's doing better than that? Mikko Rantanen. Dude, Mikko Rantanen has been the surprise of the playoffs for me. I know he's good. I know his stats. Don't anybody fucking say it. Yes, I know. However, Once he went to Dallas for the end, from the trade deadline to the end of the season, he played like dog shit. He did not exist on the ice. He made no difference. In fact, he hindered the Dallas Stars. The first couple games of the playoffs, he was non-existent. He did not help. And out of nowhere, this dude goes back-to-back Hatties in Game 7, then in Game 1, has scored or assisted on 12 straight goals for the Dallas Stars. It is insane. Jamie Benn goated. Hey, buddy, I love you. I respect you. Jamie Benn is a punk-ass, dirty little cheap bitch. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you like him. Jamie Benn is a coward and a pussy. I have to say that. You keep saying Jamie Benn goated. I have to make it very clear I disagree. But it's okay that you disagree with me. But, I mean, you say the kid. Mikko Rantanen ain't a kid. He played in Colorado for a long time, brother. But it's the guy who came out of Colorado. Mikko Rantanen's second straight game with a hat trick. Third player all time with consecutive playoff hat tricks. That has happened 3 times. Insane. And the Oilers have 5 straight comeback wins. I don't get it, bro. We are a better team than the Oilers. Not currently, because we can't pull our heads out our ass. Fucking annoying ass punks. But, dude, Jamie Benn in 23 tried to break Mark Stone's neck, and I will not accept any fucking trying to dismiss that, because that's exactly what he tried to do. And then after watching him skate in a Manson stick against Colorado, I had very little respect for Jamie Benn, and then he did that, and it was like, okay, no, you punk ass. That was the most punk shit I have seen. He was grown. Oh, yeah. No, Rantanen's been around forever, brother. In fact, I want to say, like, the early 2010s. I mean, he's 28. So, okay, it was 2015 when he got drafted. So he's been around for about 10 years. But he was a stud for Colorado. And they just couldn't agree on terms, so he went to Dallas, and he was just... I didn't know that shit, bro. I'm still pretty new to hockey. It's just Canadian, so a lot of guys into it. No. Hey, dude. I will never... I'm never mad at you for having an opinion, no matter how well-informed or uninformed it is. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know, you don't know. But, yeah, it's... What you got to remember, I haven't missed a Golden Knights game in like 5 years. I mean, I've either watched it or listened to it on the radio. It is what I mean. I haven't missed a game in like 5 years. I watch on average like 500 hockey games a season, and then I watch every playoff hockey game. So I have a little more of a repertoire. Ben, the kid was a pussy in high school. Dude, he's a cheap shot guy. He's a talented player that is dirty. He's a little, like I said, when he skated into Manson's stick and then flopped like he was, it was bad enough that he skated into the stick. But then he dives to the ice, throws his stick and dives to the ice holding his face. And it was like, oh, you piece of shit. Like, that really pissed me off. But, like I said, when he tried, he tried to break someone's neck. No, fuck that. That's not cool. Dude, that is the only way I will say it. Mark Stone in 2023 came back from a neck surgery at the end of the regular season. And in the second playoff game, I believe. It might have been the first game in Dallas. I want to say it was game 2. He bumps into Stone and Stone goes down to the ice, and while Stone's laying on the ice and Jamie Benn is standing up, Jamie Benn comes from standing upright all the way down and cross-checked Mark Stone across the neck. Again, same guy that had surgery like 5 months before on his neck. And he went from full standing height as hard as he could. Like, he came down hard right on Stone's neck with a cross-check. He got suspended 2 games for it. It was one of the dirtiest fucking things I've ever seen. And ever since then, I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. And like I said, I was starting to be like, you know what, whatever. And then he did that shit with Manson. And it was like, all right, no, he can shove it up his ass. All right, puck down low. Behind LT, comes out front. Big, hard shot up close. Does not make it through. And the Caps clear. Had it back the other way. Anderson is on the bench. Svechnikov trying to get it low. He gets it all the way to the low boards. Burns, 90 seconds to go in the game. Up the low boards. Wilson fighting for it. He beats Aho, but Aho ends up fighting back. Canes are just doing enough to stay alive in the Capital Zone. That was a bitch thing to do. And we got a penalty as Wilson wraps up somebody. Yeah, like I said, I have a very hard time with that, man. And it's, again, you've hung out with me long enough to know how I feel about dirty hockey, and that was one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen. And that's why, and then like the Dallas fans were throwing like popcorn and soda and shit on the Vegas players as they were walking on the ice after intermission. It's ugh. Dude, Van Riemsdyk made a great read right there. And I mean, Hall had no choice, but dude, Van Riemsdyk didn't even have to move his stick. Van Riemsdyk put his stick in the way and then can't tell you. Just being honest with you, man, it can't tell you. I'm going to have to make this quick. We still haven't faced off from a minute ago. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to get some stuff done real quick. I'm trying to get one rolled up so I can bolt out. Up close. Puck gets away. No power play, though. Protas hits a stick and breaks it. And let it be Tom Wilson that buries it, dude. He has been a Mr. Motherfucker all game. Alrighty, so that is that. You should be fine on your under for the next 60 seconds. But Jesus, you should be fine. But hey, I gotta hurry up because puck drop's expected at 7:50, so I gotta go quick. I'm going to end this stream, and we're going to start up a new one in about 10 minutes. Not even, in about 7 minutes, give or take. So keep an eye out. If you're coming in late and you want to watch the Knights game with us, we will be back in about 7 minutes, like I said. So stay tuned or keep an eye out. I'm going to end this one off, calling it a win for Washington at 3-1 with the empty netter. I don't think Carolina is going to. Well, yeah, they're going to pull Anderson if they can, but I don't see it happening. So, hey, appreciate you for Jesus. We'll be back in a couple minutes, y'all. See you soon.